Hello, hi everyone. So, I hope everybody could see the screen here. So, basically, this is the, as you know, you might have many of the traders. If you're watching this video, obviously you are interested in trading. So, in case of that, what I'm going to do right now, currently the time is basically. So the time is currently 12:40 in as per the desktop time. So basically, what we are going to see, I'm just going to tell you today's. So today is 24th April 2019, and we have an expiry this month. For those who don't know what is expiry and stuff, we'll have future videos which I'll explain you in more detail. First of all, my name is Karthik, and here what. So this video, in these series, what we're going to see is basically we'll learn how to trade, and we'll tell you what all we'll be getting in the future videos. But the main motto is not to fix on all the technicals and all this, only charts and everything which are there in plenty everywhere throughout the videos, and everybody knows it. So I'm going to concentrate more on the, what do you call, the psychology part, and how important it is. And also I'm also going to tell you, give you every day, every working day in trades, some prediction on the Nifty, based on which, of course, need not be always right, but it should be more or less pretty much right. And based on, you can watch out how the predictions are performing, and I'll give you an explanation which is not in just the technical way of explanation, just the chart is hit this, rather in a completely different way which you'll know pretty soon. So that's the idea. So just to get to make the people know, because this is just my first video in this series, so it's the first important thing. I'm actually giving you a very very important rule in while you're doing any intraday trade, for that matter, any intraday, a very quick positional trading of maybe 4 to 5 days, that's okay. But still, any intraday is nothing but if you just buy today and just sell by the end of the day. Never ever think of trading after 10:30 to 11 till 2:30. You can only trade in between this time if you are anticipating a move after 2:30 to some level, or you are expecting a certain big move that comes, because all the big moves happen after 2:30 on most days and in the start. So this is the only two times where the real moves happen. In between, it's all about just the consolidation. It will be only moving around. If suppose the market hasn't moved, say, let's say, from the start till 11:30, then in some cases you may have it a little, the move may start a little ahead, like 12:30, like maybe today, and then the bigger move actually begins after to the, especially during expiry times. You should be very careful, as the premium of the options erodes if you're trading in options. So the things that I am actually looking at today are so I'll give you. I have very good experience in Nifty, so I'll concentrate on Nifty, and also I have some stocks which look interesting for the next series, probably today and tomorrow as well, but for the next series, most probably. So I'll give you those things as well. So for now, so this, if you are seeing this chart, so here this is the Nifty chart, and if you can see, so this is the one day we had 3 days of continuous fall from the 11,850 level. So here everybody were long, basically thinking that 12,000 is coming soon, but as always, it never works when the very simple rule, when everybody is thinking one way, it never goes that way, especially in Nifty, that is for sure. So that's the thing. And then coming to this part, so it has fallen down, and this after this when this is falling down, this is the best time to short. Now it's kind of in a very zone. It come back to that 550 zone where if you see here, this whole month actually is a range bound trade month. It is a very ideal situation for those who sell options, because you get all your premium, because the premium would have been very high at the start of the month, because the previous month was a stellar month. So coming to this point here, so some of the stocks that look really interesting, first coming to the stocks, one is Sun Pharma. This stock has kind of been getting so many news to tackle with, as if you might have known. And after all that, I will tell you about what all the averages are and the setup later. The setup is not ideal ever, and any trade, of course, you do based on certain setup, but you should not just do the trade just because the setup is true, because every time it doesn't work out. It just doesn't work out just because you hit a certain average or something. That doesn't mean that you'll get a particular, it will move in a particular way that time. Maybe it will move in the way you thought only one out of the 3-4 times, and you should be clever enough to take into consideration all the things before taking the trade. Of course, we'll keep it simple, and also how money management is very important is also an important thing, which we'll look at as well. Okay, so now coming to today's action. So one stock that I'm looking for, actually, to be fair, I'm looking at the whole pharma pack is looking very interesting. If everything goes well, we could have a very strong breakout in pharma. When I say breakout, I mean a big strong up coming up. So one reason is also, there are several reasons for that. One reason is that there are elections, and pharma is not much related to the, it's a more export oriented sector, so elections might not have a big effect on this sector. And also there is one more sector which is an export sector, which is IT, but IT has already done very well. There's not much to gain. So the only sector where you can have keep your money and be safe, and which has not gone up, and also there's not much of bad news to keep in factor. So there's a very high likely chance that this will go. But yeah, it could take its own sweet time, but I sense it's coming pretty soon. So in that pharma sector, of course, if pharma has to go up, then you have to always see the one thing that is important is pharma. If you have to consider an index. There is Nifty Pharma. This is the index, and in this index, if we see the index, the highest weightage component is Sunpharma. So if this index has to break out, first thing you have to check is whether you can trade in index itself. Unfortunately, pharma index has nothing as such where you have a futures or an options like an IT or any other index. So what is the next option? The best safest thing you can take is what is the highest weight. If the highest weight doesn't perform at all, there is no way that the index can break out. So my logic is to go with Sunfarm as it has the highest weightage in the index, and it has formed a good base, and it has consolidated, and it has digested many bad news, and now just starting to break out. And this, if you see this candle, this is a red candle. That means that this is a daily one, daily chart. So on 22nd April, we had a down day, after which it bounced back and pretty sharply yesterday. And most importantly, there were good volumes. So this could for some more time consolidate over here, and after which you could have a good 2-3, at least till 520. You could have a good strong rally till that. So you can have this stock. You can buy the stock right now at this price, around this price, and well, hope for a good target of 520. And your risk is very very less. You're only maybe having some 16 to 20 point risk, kind of, and you have a reward of almost 70-80 points, could be even more. And of course, we need to reassess as it goes. So this is one stock, and I also have one more very interesting stock is Lupin. This was I have actually looking at it right from here, and this, if you see in the weekly chart, this has kind of formed a triple bottom. So what is triple bottom? So basically in the weekly chart, it has around this level of 730. It basically touched that 730 level 3 times. And if you remember, I don't know if you remember, on 735, on the last time it touched, there was a very heavy bad news as well, and I think that you can notice in this chart. So here, actually, this is when it was trying to recover at 2785, and then there was a strong bad news that came, and that made the stock again fall badly from the 750 till here. After which, it had nothing much to fall, and slowly things started to turn around, and we had a very very strong pullback, and this pullback is pretty strong. And when it stopped, actually coincided with the weekly bottom that it had. So this is a very good signs, and this can be actually had as a portfolio stock. If you are okay, I will not use those terms. Just keep it. You can have it as a stock where you can buy a good quantity and hold it. Today also there was some bad news on this, but it didn't get affected much. It did fall in the morning, but then there was nothing serious damage or anything that happened as of now. So we could actually see a very very good up move here at least till 1000, after which we'll reanalyze. So these are stocks that I'm currently recommending, and that is regarding the stocks. And coming to Nifty, so in Nifty, so as you can see, it's now the time I'm recording is around 12:20, 12:50. As you can see, there's nothing happening. It's very flat. So what I expect is a good rally today. Small rally, may not be a very big one, if at all, and that should be till 660. This 200 moving average in the 15-minute chart. So till 660 is a very very, I mean, the minimum expectation is till that. After that, we have to realize, but that's the target I'm expecting. So this is the thing. So you can buy your Nifty, start buying it around 2 after 2, and or you can have one lot now, just in so that you don't miss it out. In the futures, you can have one futures lot, and you can hold it for 660. Let's see how it goes. And the stop loss for this is the 550, the previous low that was hit before. So that is the thing. So that's about this. And this is just a prediction. This is a small introduction, a small one video today, and we'll be having more and more of these in the future, the next one day and so on. And we'll see how it goes, and I'll come back tomorrow, and then I'll let you know what's happening with the stocks and with the Nifty, how it worked out, and what is the logic behind this. I'll let you know. And you can also check out some of the blogs which I'll share you under the video description section. Okay, cool, that I have written regarding trading, and I think that you might find useful. There are some rules and all that which I have written. Do check out. Have a great day. Bye bye.